Hello, 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 and welcome to the space between ideas. It is the end of a long week. It's been cold outside, and for some reason, I'm like really stoked about this new Google product. So, when you're excited to try something out, then even when you're dying tired and you just sure you can continue, somehow you just find the energy and do it. Now, I'm not really sure what to do here because Uh, your workstation is stopped. Reload the window. Because uh, I noticed when I was in Firebase that there was like a. Let me share my screen. I'm going to share my whole screen so you can see what's going on here. Oof, that's cool. All right, so probably you can see that. I'm not really sure if you can see that. Okay, yeah, it says I'm sharing my screen. All right, so you see, I got my Arrowhead app. It's like it's doing its thing, and it's not showing you my API keys, so that's good. For some reason, I don't have the dialog box over here. Maybe it just hasn't loaded yet. Okay, so there we go. We've loaded, and you can see we got the Gemini 2.5 model selected. Um, Now the thing is that look, so there's this button that says "Open in the app." So I click that, and then it looks like cursor. Always use Firebase Studio in the supported web links. I don't know. So what am I supposed to do? Do I use it in this app? I guess yes. I mean, like I guess that's how it works. Okay. Anyways. Okay, what happened in my last video was I just like ran out of credits. So I was like, well, what should I do? And then basically it just told me I need to connect a credit card. So here's my API keys. I'm using this one here. And then you're supposed to set up billing. So after you set up billing, then it like creates you create an account with Google Cloud. And then I make sure that so right now they gave me like $429 of free credits over the next over the next several months. So I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen after several months. Now I also put this thing called like a monthly budget, so I don't want it to go over $30 a month. So like hopefully nothing terrible is going to happen. I don't know. What's the worst case scenario? Anyways, there's going to be some kind of message here, right? So it says you are not billed during your free trial. When the free trial ends, all resources you created during the trial are stopped and you will not be charged unless you upgrade to a paid cloud billing account. The free trial period cannot be paused or extended. The free trial ends after all available credits are consumed or at the end of the free trial period, whichever happens first. All right. So question is, how many credits do we actually get during this free time period? I don't know. I don't really care. So I'm just gonna try it in reality and see what happens in reality. So let's okay. So review everything we've done so far. All the available code and recommend next steps. What actually happened was I did this already. Let me just check. Yeah, I'm definitely still in here. Okay, so actually it reloaded this page. All right, let's see. So project type. It appears the React front-end application located here. Key components. It's got a main page. It's got a profile page. It's got product item. I don't know what product item is. You're currently editing the CSS file. Okay. Okay, implement project item. Since you are styling the project item, The next logical step would be to implement the corresponding JavaScript logic. This could include making the option this button and the drag and drop. That's true. Great. All right, now it should actually like pop this window up. This one actually works right now, so I'm not really sure what's going on. Because if I click this project button, it actually creates a project. Okay, so decided I want a new one. Good, it's fine. All right, so it does stuff I wanted to do. Like, for example, Doom. Yeah, you see that? So agreed. So what do we want to do? Agreed. Let's continue to the next step. All right, so we're back in business. We're connected to Gemini 2.5 Pro. We're using the Google interface, just like Cursor. We got lots of credits, so let's see what can happen. Let's start implementing the functionality for the project item component. I'll read the content of this first to see what's already there. I've reviewed it. It already handles displaying the project name, toggling the visibility of an option menu. Toggling the visibility, what does that mean? I can delete it. This stopped working. No, it didn't. Delete. So I can delete this one, I think. No, I can't delete any of them. Toggling the visibility of an option menu and rename delete buttons. Closing the menu and clicking out of it. Calling on delete. What the heck is going on? I don't know what to do. It's like it just feels all really like. Would you like me to proceed with modifying? Add the inline rename functionality. Inline rename functionality. I'm losing my mind here. See, the problem is here. The command failed. What do you mean closing the menu and clicking outside of it? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, I don't know. Yes. All right, so we're back to the races. So for me, since I don't even know what's going on, I have no idea what's going on with this thing. My goal is for let it handle it, like let it do what it thinks it needs to do. So I've done this. Checking procedures, identifying, monitoring parent component. We can start by looking at yes. So basically, what I want to happen is I want to when I click the profile. Yeah, exactly. When I go click the profile page to go to the profile page. When I click projects, I want the projects to be added. I want to be able to move things up and down. I want to be able to rename things, which doesn't work. I want to be able to delete things. Exactly. So I want all these functions to work. And as far as like what the code is doing, reordering, implementing, drag and drop. Okay, let's do all three. I mean, I don't want to argue because the thing is, like Gemini, this 2.5, like all this stuff. That's at one point, is this going to be able to do what we want it to do? Like this, like the whole idea of vibe code. I think the whole idea of vibe coding was to be able to see what is happening with the user interface, and then to be able to communicate with the tool until okay, so I'll modify, implement loading from and saving to local storage. Pass the required props. Summary of changes. Run the tests. Yeah. Should you attach it? All right, we're back in business. Okay. So it should be able to rename now. Should be able to delete. No projects. Click. Oh, I like that. They did a good job. All right, good. All right, so what are we doing? Um, yeah, so let's just jump back into the picture here. So, um, well, there's a couple things we could do actually. Let's just make this smaller and put this over into here. All right, so this is what we're working on right now. And this is part of a larger picture. The first thing that we need to do is we need to be able to add projects. And then remember that projects are going to be connected to a user. So right now we're just making sure it can handle this menu here. And then I'm going to ask if it's connected to the profile. And then after I find out whether or not it's connected to the profile, then we're going to add this page. So it means that I need to make a duplicate of this. And then the duplicate is going to be a subset of what we were doing in the past. And save this. And there we go. Okay, now what do we got going on here? All right, so we want to make sure that we can add, delete, rename, and move projects around. Once we have the project, then I want to go back to the profile page and make sure that in the database that a project is connected to a user. Then I want to make sure that the user is connected to an email, and I want to make sure that somebody can sign up. So I mean, it's kind of like a